Hey, welcome back. All right, so we have all these gold tracks here. This is what we've done up until this point. So we want to keep building the song. So we're going to start adding instruments. We're going to start bringing it up into the drop, not get to the drop yet, but we're going to just start adding some fluff to the song, add some changes, some good things. So again, we have our vocal, we got this done. We have our chords, our pad synth. So what we're going to work on from here is the screaming lead that I put in. And once again, everything is stock. Check your pack files. If you don't feel like entering the MIDI data, you can drag and drop exactly what I have. It's in the files. But we're going to go over it and how to drop it in here. So let's play the song back and talk about how this came to be. So to start.
All my life, been waiting for you and we can't ignore everything going on in between us. In the light, in the dark, you're my witness.
Remember we talked about now, let's hear something else. So that's where we are. So we're going to work on the screaming lead here. So to set this up, we have our new track. The project file is down here just for reference. We're going to go to Alchemy. And it is the anthemic lead. So you can type it into the search bar here. Go to advanced, or you may not have to, but let's go to advanced because I'm used to going there. And just make sure this preset is selected, main room glide synth. And I didn't touch anything. So we got that selected. Now we're going to go ahead, drop a bar in here. And the way I came up with this is just listening. What notes do I want to hear? What adds some flavor to these chords? What do we want to hear? Let's do it. So we'll start just right here.
All my life, been waiting.
Right here.
All my life, been waiting for.
So the notes I picked, you have an infinite number of options here. You can do anything you want. So let's go ahead. We're going to reproduce what I originally had in here, but could we come up with something different? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, let's go ahead and see if I can hear what I did previously. So I think it was and then if you hold Option Shift and press up, you can change octaves. I think I put it way up here, so.
All my life, been waiting.
Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na. Da-na-na-na. Something like that, right? Who knows if I got it? Let's see.
All my life, been waiting for you and
Okay, so it's close. So we actually did, if we look at our track down here, we did 2 of these guys, and then we took it up from there. So we have F, back to the G, G sharp, and then starting bar 11 at A sharp. So let's go ahead and do that, because I seem to have liked that. All right, let's see.
all my life, been waiting for you and we can't.
Okay, and you can see up here in this gray, this muted region here, we carried this out through here. And once again, I'm reproducing what I had. So you guys can pick something else if you want. And then we dropped it down, so let's see if we can keep hearing it.
All my life, been waiting for you and we can't ignore.
I think I went right back to that same note. And then da-na-na. Oops. Let's check it out.
All my life, been waiting for you and we can't ignore everything going
Sweet. So that was super easy. We just added a little bit of flavor just in the second part so we can start kind of building the song into a full song. So now that we have that done, that's our verse and a half. So we're on to the build here. So this is one of the greatest parts for me because this is where the energy starts to come in. So we're going to keep working down the line here. I have this guitar ARP set up. Again, we have the full project here, but we're going to focus on the gold tracks. So let's go ahead and drop this guy in here. We're going to copy and paste our pad synth over. All right. We'll talk about why there's a chord missing here in just a second. But let's work on the guitar ARP. So when we drop this in, the instrument I chose, back in Alchemy, I use a lot of Alchemy, and it's the 12 string split. It's on strum, didn't touch anything. So you have exactly what I have. So we call this an ARP, an arpeggio, or I think actually ARP means something. Is ARP is short for arpeggio, but ARP is something entirely different. Don't listen to me. Listen to me, but don't listen to me. So we have this here, and kind of the same thing with the screaming lead. I'm just listening to the song. I'm thinking about what do I want to hear when this thing starts building. So I decided that um let's see, we're gonna put the metronome on.
All my life,
We're gonna put it
been
right
waiting
here.
for all my
Bum, bum, bum,
life.
bum, 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 bum. I want something with that rhythmic pattern to start to build the energy. Because right now we're just on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's okay for the verses, but we want to start adding more rhythmic energy to it. So we have
All
1 and 2 and 3 and 4
my
and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so eighth notes. So again, this is another part where you guys can be creative. You can do your own thing if you want. The file is in there. We have the guitar art MIDI. You could drag and drop, so you have the same exact notes I have, but I'm gonna recreate what I have. So an eighth note right there. So I think we had bum, and then went dun. And for an ARP type pattern, usually what I'll do is once I get something, I'll change it more or less every chord change. So the way you can reference if you're building your own ARP is see what notes are in your chords. That's why we did the chords first. Again, foundation of the song. If you're struggling with something, at least you have the foundation you can go back to. You can pick notes out of it, and we can make something to fluff up the song. So again, we have a new chord starting on bar 19 here. So I'm taking it through 17. So let's hear it back and see what this sounds like.
all my life.
So it's actually even shorter than that. So if any of my terminology is incorrect, just take it for what it's worth. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So now we're going to copy and paste that over. So now we have,
All my life.
turn off the mat. Okay, cool. That sounds really nice. So now we did a little bit of a change here. So what I usually do, I'll just copy and paste this over and play with the notes and see what sounds better.
All my life.
And I think I just wanted to hear the F, I believe.
All my life. All my life.
Nice. And then I did a little bit of change. I know we're talking about changing on each new chord. I did a little bit of change halfway through the chord pattern here. So we're going to take this. I believe I did a D. We'll find out in just a second.
All my life. All my life.
Nice. So we want to make sure we get those bottom notes. All right. And here we go again.
All my life. All my life.
And I think I probably started over from here. So let's try.
All my life, all my life, all my life.
Nice. And so to kind of finish it out, let's see what we did. Make sure these match. They matched thus far, so we're doing it right, or at least the way I did it. And then from here, again, to make it easier for ourselves, let's just copy these guys. And then I went even higher. G sharp. And then we went to. All right, let's check it out.
All my life, all my life, all my life, all my life, all.
Sweet. So we have a little bit of flavor action going on. Now let's talk about, since we have pretty much everything, we'll get into percussion and some of the short FX pieces we have in the next video. I don't want to clutter you guys too hard. So in this original piece here, this is the build. So again, let's listen back to it, and I want you guys to kind of feel what comes next and what's happening currently. So we go through the verse, it's very calm. Then we're getting in here, and we want to think
All my
drums.
life, all my life,
We want to start building energy.
all my
We're going to build
life,
energy.
all
More,
my
more.
life.
And then I made a creative decision here. You guys can do one of two things. You could go into the MIDI file, just delete those, or you just take the bar, which in my opinion is the better idea. It's not what I did here, because then if you need this bar again, if you copy and paste it, you still have the information, even though it's cut. So what we're doing here is just creating a quick piece of silence prior to the drop hitting. So I want you guys to think in terms of energy of the song. This is the lowest, so we're in the verse. In the second half of the verse, we're going to come up just a little bit. In the build, we're going to basically start from scratch. This is going to be our baseline. So from the build, we're going to come up, 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 up. And then for a dynamic piece, at that last bar or that last little bit, silence, or just one or two instruments, a vocal. I think we have the guitar arp going. And then boom, on downbeat one of the drop, we can throw everything at you. So it sounds like something entirely new, unexpected, crazy kind of feeling. So let's just take it from the top. When I'm writing these things, I'm listening over and over and over again. So this is what we have thus far.
All my life, been waiting for you and I. We can't ignore everything going on in between us. In the light, in the dark, you're my witness. All my life, been waiting for you and I. We can't ignore everything going on in between us. In the light, in the dark, you're my witness. All my life.
Think energy. Creeping, 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 creeping.
All my life.
Ceasefire. Boom. Right here. That's going to be our drop. So we'll cut it here. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Keep going. Keep going. Bye bye.